Hello and happy Veterans Day. I'd like to start by thanking all of our veterans out there for their service. Well, with that, welcome to BluePrint Automation's PAC Expo Connects Showcase and Live Demo. I'm Jason Hogue, Southeast Regional Sales Manager, coming to you live from our facility in Chesterfield, Virginia. We appreciate you joining us today for our demo of the Gravity 100R sanitary case packing system. In just a few moments, you will see a video of our packer running IQF bags of chicken. Although this video was pre-recorded, it was done with this audience in mind and simply to avoid any technical hiccups while live today. BluePrint has been building the Gravity 100R for 20 years and has over 100 installations worldwide. Yet, 3 years ago, we decided the system could use a bit of a refresh, so we set out to redesign with 3 factors in mind. The first factor was sanitary construction. Our all-new stainless steel tubeless frame design eliminates any location that could harbor bacteria or dirt. All static surfaces are now sloped to allow liquid to run off during the sanitation process, and all motors and pneumatic components are rated IP69K to stand up to a harsh washdown environment. The second factor was to reduce product breakage and possibly reduce some corrugate usage wherever possible. A tightly packed case doesn't allow product to shift and potentially break during transport. Also, the tighter the case pack, the less corrugate is used overall. A small decrease in case height over time could lead to big savings in corrugate. BPA employs both bag and case settling as well as tamping to ensure a maximum amount of product fits in a minimum footprint case. The third and final factor was to eliminate manual adjustments on the machine wherever possible. This is done with fully automatic changeover. This sort of takes the operator's judgment call out of the changeover process. The recipe of a well-running product can now be locked down so that those exact positions are repeatable the next time the product is run. After you watch the video, I will return for a short Q&A session. Should you have any questions during the demo, please write them in the group chat box to the right, or send me your question in a private chat. Should we not be able to get to all your questions in the time allotted, I promise to follow up with you directly. Well, without further ado, I present to you the Gravity 100R sanitary case packer.
An adjustable bag chute sits beneath the bagger's seal jaw and provides a gentle transfer between bagger and in-feed conveyor. The product settling conveyor evenly distributes the product inside the bag prior to case packing. Loose product from broken bags falls between the square rollers and is detected by fiber optic sensors. The broken bag is then rejected into a bin by a servo-controlled pull nose conveyor. Product coalescing conveyors create a shingling effect on bags, allowing for more complex pack patterns and increased bag rates. Pair that with our servo lane divider, and the Gravity 100R can run just about any horizontally loaded pattern out there. Our tri-lobe rotor system compresses the bags as they are packed to ensure they are placed into the case without hitting minor and major flaps. The case is vibrated between drops to allow product to settle into all available space. Vertical case drop chutes allow empty cases to enter the system overhead, freeing up floor space for operator access. This allows case erectors to be located in a dry environment, eliminating corrosion on non-washdown equipment. The system is designed with sanitary construction in mind. 304 stainless steel tubeless frames are continuously welded for cleanliness with sloped surfaces wherever possible to allow liquid to run off during the sanitation process. Automatic changeover allows operators to change product recipes with the push of a button. Total time to change over the system is less than 5 minutes. Our compact designed full case tamper ensures the product sits below the score line for easy sealing. A tight packed case reduces product breakage during transport and can reduce corrugate usage.
Welcome back. We hope you enjoyed the video. I'm joined here today with my colleague and our Great Lakes Regional Sales Manager, Joe Wiskochil.
Hello.
Welcome, Joel.
Hey, how you doing? What's going on, Jason?
Not too much.
Awesome.
Good to have you.
Awesome. Hey, we have some questions here for you with regards to our Gravity 100. First one is, what kind of rates are we looking at with this machine?
Sure. So if you're talking about bag rates, this machine's going to max out at 150 bags per minute.
Okay.
And if you're only dropping one bag at a time in what they call a column stack,
Yeah, right.
we're going to max out at 75 bags a minute.
Okay.
If you're talking case rates, the max case rate on this machine is 25 cases a minute.
Excellent. Excellent. Hey, speaking of cases, what is our maximum case size that we can run on this machine, or at least the case range?
Sure, that's easy. So if we're talking about inches, the max case size on this machine is 20 by 20 by 20. And to go with the minimum case size, staying with the inches,
Right.
it's 8 by 8 by 8.
Excellent. That's easy. That's easy to understand.
It
I'm
is.
sure, right? Hey, so do we normally put a case former, case sealer on the front end and the back end of this?
We do. So this system is set up to run with remote case forming and erecting.
Okay.
And that's typically because these can actually sit on a wet production floor.
Yep.
So we can integrate just about anyone's former and sealer. We can also provide a remote former and sealer for you as well.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Makes it easy for us. Turnkey operation, right?
It does. One-stop operation.
Oh, that's
right.
great. That's great. Hey, so we have an auto changeover on this machine, right?
We do.
Awesome.
So I'll talk about that a little bit. So we've actually replaced some of the manual handles
Yeah.
and crank handles, and we replace them with linear actuators that are paired together.
Excellent.
So now with the push of a button, the case guides move in and out, and also all the case stops adjust for the different case sizes.
Right. And we saw that on the video just recently, right?
We did. It was,
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
It's really good.
All right. So how are we collating products then prior to the packer? We have different patterns that they have. I mean, is they easy to program, so on and so forth?
That's right. So you will create a recipe.
All right.
So we do different pack patterns in a couple different ways.
Okay.
One is with these collation belts.
Right, right.
So we can actually shingle bags to create a shingled effect in the case, and that's how we drop more than one bag at a time.
Right, right.
Another way is we have what's called a lane divider, and these are a set of guides inside the machine that are going to shift back and forth to create a different pack pattern in the case.
Right. So we're actually showing an inline in-feed. However, we could do a right angle in-feed on this machine as well, right?
That's right. So it's available both co-flow and counterflow
Right.
for inline.
Yep.
But we also make this in a right angle version to where the cases would come 90 degrees to the product.
Okay. Well, that's awesome for like different pack patterns, and maybe you're not rotating bags, for instance. You're rotating the cases.
Exactly.
Right. Okay. Okay. That's awesome. So general footprint for the machine.
Sure. So if we're talking about just the case packer, it's actually very narrow.
Yeah.
It's only 4 foot 6 inches wide.
Yeah.
And the overall length is 13 foot.
Okay. Okay. Are we doing display cases on this, or just RSC, HSC type cases, or?
So we can do a display. This is a horizontal only case packer.
Right.
And most shelf ready display boxes, the bags are vertical.
Yeah.
So if we want to do that, we employ a case called a ship and flip.
Okay.
So actually you would load the case horizontally, palletize and ship it horizontal.
Yeah, right.
But then when someone goes to put it on the store shelf, they would actually rotate it 90 degrees.
Right.
And that's how you get your pretty display.
We just looked at that last week, as a matter of fact. Hey, so how are we controlling this machine?
That's easy. So top to bottom, this is Allen Bradley controls. Kinetics 5500 servo drive, PowerFlex 525 DFDs.
Are we training the operators on how to do changeover?
We do. So if you buy one of this equipment, you will FAT in Richmond.
Right.
And during the FAT, we'll bring you out in front of the machine and we will take you through how to do changeovers.
Oh, that's excellent. I'm sure they like that, right?
They do.
Can we go back and train later on after it's installed as well?
We can. So our service techs
All
can
right.
also train you, and we can also generate a classroom training if needed.
So if we're doing chicken or some kind of frozen vegetables or something along those lines, you're probably talking a high level of wash down, right? So therefore, you don't want the corrugate in the room. So let's talk a little bit about our case chute.
Absolutely. So we have behind me today one of our vertical case chutes. This one's about 15 foot tall.
All right.
So basically, we bring the boxes in at a high level to clean up floor space.
Right.
You don't need a lot of conveyors on the floor and so forth.
Yeah.
So we bring them in and then we drop them down in a series of drop gates until we get to the floor level on the packer. And one thing about it is it actually gives you some vertical case accumulation.
Right. Oh, that's great. That's great. Okay, so what do we do with the product settler? I mean, are we able to detect if there's an open bag?
Yeah, absolutely. So if there's a broken bag, product will fall between the square rollers.
Right.
We detect that with sensors beneath, and we reject that bag.
Oh, that's awesome. How will we reject it? The full nose?
So we do. Behind me, we have one of our servo pull nose rejects, and that's recently been changed to a servo, one for the washdown requirement, the other is to keep up with that 150 bag minute rate.
That's great. How about the tamp station? What's that used for?
We're very proud of our new slim design tamp station. So there's a small conveyor inside there that has two eccentric rollers beneath it.
Yeah.
And while we're vibrating the case, we actually bring a tamp plate down into the box. And that's just to ensure that all the bags sit below the box score level.
Right.
And that's for easy sealing.
Right. And we put a sealer right on the back end of that, too. We have an integrated sealer.
Absolutely. You can put a sealer right after the tamp station.
Awesome. That's cool. Okay, let's see if we have any other questions here. I think that looks to be about it, actually. Is there any weight limitations at all?
Not really. So the heavier the bag, actually, the better the product's going to look in the case.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. Well, hey, that's all the questions I had, Jason.
Sure. So I think I'll wrap with this.
Yeah.
Look, we know that there's a lot of different style case packers out there. And for that matter, a lot of different companies making case packers. But if you have a bag with uniform product, uniform shaped product, and you're running between 60 and 150 bags a minute, then you're not going to find a more simple, robust solution than the Gravity 100R.
True.
This thing is built like a tank. Hey, we appreciate you watching us today. I encourage you to check out our other demos. Thanks a lot and be safe.
Thank you.